All right. Well, we are back. Apologies to everybody. I do not know why I'm having such a hard time keeping a connection here. All right, there we are. Are we back? All right, there we are. Are we back? Yeah, we are back. Apologies. I do not know what the deal is here. I thought it was my internet connection, but it very well might not be. Because looks like I didn't lose internet connection, I just lost streaming. I wonder if it's Streamlabs. Although it looks like Twitch isn't connected. What happened to the Twitch feed here? What is the deal? What is the deal? We're going to start up in one moment here. I do not know why we're not on... I don't seem to be connected to Twitch here. Hello, hello. Can you recover the comments we made before stream went off? If they're not lost. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. On my view here, it all kind of reset. They're probably on the previous video there. I don't understand though why I'm not connected to Twitch here. Is there a way to get it to just start going? Alright. Yeah, V3 update, hooray! Yeah, that's right. Damn. Alright. Unfortunately, I think we lost the Twitch feed here. Oh, nope, it's back. There it is. Okay, I gotta find out what the deal is with this stuff. But we are back. Right? Hello, hello? This stuff. But we are back. Okay, there we go. Alright. Very big apology to everybody. But thank you for coming back, everyone. I don't know what the deal is. I think I'm gonna spend... Once this stream is done, I think I'm gonna spend the rest of the afternoon trying to figure out what the hell is going on with that stuff. Yes, we have returned. Appreciate everybody returning. Apologies for the inconvenience there. That's ridiculous. Streamer of the Year award right here. All right, but we're back. I paused the game when I saw the connection was lost. So, we continue. So yeah, what we're going to do here is we've cut off the construction sectors. We're going to start building up some money here. And slowly start buying back our economy from them. Piece by piece. Because that is one of the biggest parts of our liberty desire here that we can really control. Streamer of the Year, inshallah. Yeah, we're speaking it into existence. That's right. If you enjoy dropped streams, Hamcuts 13 is your guy. Unfortunately. All right. Now, when we get to July 1842, we can like request market control and all that stuff again. If we can get a support independence from someone too, that will help us. Basically I was saying that when the inevitable US DLC happens, you need to become a full democracy, but invade every country that doesn't have universal suffrage law or use ideological union to change their laws. Also get investment and resource rights on every country with oil reserves and have America. Oh yeah. Play every time you go through war. Yeah. I know, right? I love when people use that song. I love singing that song all the time, like, as sarcasm. But I love it when, like, very pro-US foreign policy people kind of use that song as a theme song. Not realizing that that song is a satire of American foreign involvement. Running around to save... running around to save the mother-loving day, yeah. Yeah, right now we're kind of being like, America, oh yeah, gonna buy Cuba just like we did Louisiana. They don't realize that they're the joke. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, like the song in the movie Team America, in the very opening scene, and the song plays while the Team America completely destroys Paris. in trying to save them. Look at that. I like too how now we have the request extension on even these interest group petitions. Alright, oh, well, okay, hold on. So we've passed in the stream nonsense. We passed property to women, so we can move on to something else here. So we can start with 13%. Oh, we have an abolitionist movement now. Well. If we start enacting serfdom, we can get their agitation up, which will help us get a higher success chance on banning slavery. And then we can negotiate with a lot of these interest groups. Who can we get that will be on the fence and keep our government clout high? So look at this. And we can negotiate with the Catholic Church and the armed forces. Though I hope we're not going to be blocked from negotiating with Catholic Church because we have an ongoing promise with them. So that's what we're going to do. So right now, let's start enacting serfdom. We'll try to build up, yes, the agitation of the abolitionist movement. So they're going to drift up to 75. We're going to let it drift up there. And once we get... Maybe once we get to like 70%. Team America and the interview, Seth Rogen, is pure comedy. Yeah. Oh man, I forgot about that movie, The Interview. I never ended up watching it. It was one of those movies I was like, oh, I gotta check that out. And then of course, whenever something is on your list, and you don't watch it immediately, you kind of forget. I gotta watch that movie finally. But yeah. Pure comedy. Agreed. And then we'll keep an eye on here. as we get a little bit over 100K in the gold reserves, we'll continue to buy buildings. And try as we might. Now, what is it they're buying from us? Yeah, tools and iron. The interview was what made me accept James Franco was funny for his later scandals. Yeah. Yeah, you don't see James Franco anymore, huh? Okay, can we get a support independence from Great Britain? Come on, why you still gotta be cautious with us? Why is everybody so afraid to piss off Spain? All these countries are like, man, I'm not messing with the title country of a new DLC. You're on your own. And why are you wary of us? Protective, get out of here. There's like nothing else we could do here. You want a treaty port? No. Although, yeah, a treaty port, that basically going to become Guantanamo Bay right there. Yeah, but that would be a lot of money transfer, huh? You know, yeah, we would need to give them investment rights. Why can we not? Oh. Yeah, we don't have autonomy. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. The government's push to introduce serfdom has been met with disbelief and widespread protests across Cuba Occidental, with free farmers unwilling to silently enter into the bondage of aristocrats, allying themselves with urban reformers who see the institution as an artifact of a bygone age. Well, yeah, let's not piss everybody off, because we're not actually... This is a fake enactment, everybody. Like, chill out. Let's get up to 75. God, is there nobody who likes us? Oh, Haiti became France. Sorry, guys. You know, did we have a... For this one... Wait, why can't we... Great Britain is not bound to a treaty. Oh... Are they... Do they have, like, a treaty with Spain or something? Oh, they have a defensive pact with Spain. So, Great Britain... Great Britain is not the country we're looking for. Why are they wary of us? You know, I guess we're just gonna have to look to the United States. Viva la Revolution, exactly. Hopefully. Cursed timeline where the Haitians say no to the French debt, so they got invaded again. Yep, doomed moral victors die or oof on their feet rather than live on their knees. After all, yeah, they tried for it. I guess we're not going to see the Dominican Republic uprising in this one. Although maybe they will. I wonder if that content will still happen if it's against France instead of Haiti. Alright, we can buy more of our country back. How many more do they have? 4. Oh, we can't anymore. Spanish investors have foreign investment rights. What? They've had foreign investment rights for a while. Alright, well, we'll just buy this one. Honestly, we should keep building iron and tools. Maybe even more tools. Alright. Oh, okay, everybody's pissed. Where are we at? We're at 70%. Okay. So let's stop the law enactment. Oh, you know... I think I was an idiot there. Yeah, it's the support, not the activism. Didn't it used to be the activism? Did that change? I swear I thought you used to get it from the activism. Yeah, no, it's the support. Okay, whatever. So who can we get? So let's get them out of the government. Unstable government. We'll get an extra 5% though if we put them in. Let's go with this. We're gonna go, yeah, for slavery banned. Let's negotiate with the armed forces. Yeah, I was afraid of this. We're not gonna be able to. Their clout, their approval is at -2. Oh, because legitimacy is so low. Look at that. Okay. We could get more acceptance from them if legitimacy was a little bit higher. Ruler's popularity pressured by political movements opposing this law. Ah, yes. See, that's what I thought. So -100 because we have an active negotiation deal. All right. Well, let's get the armed forces in here. Amid much shouting, insults, and regrettable turns of phrase, several paths have emerged that would convince the armed forces to allow slavery ban to pass. Oh my god, -30% bureaucracy. Okay, we're not going to go with that. Commit to increasing the size of the army. I mean, we very well might be able to do this. We will commit to growing our army power projection from 269 to 579. I mean... yeah. I mean, we'd have to double the size of the military. Vow to pass right of assembly. Okay. No, we could do that. We must pass right of assembly within 7 years. We like right of assembly. And let's do that. So we're at 30%. Is there anybody else we can get in there? Yeah, no. Alright. Well, we're starting with 30%, so let's go with that. I like this enact backwards law the government wants so the public pushes for more reform. It's still kind of meta since you always control the law's choice, but less so than the government oppressing itself. Yeah. Yeah, this is true, right? Oh, hello, 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 GM. Hello, hello. Does Cuba have the most flavor out of the non-Iberian nations this DLC? I think so, yeah. I think Cuba got the most. And I think in a close second, we have Morocco. Morocco has quite a bit. And some interesting sounding mechanics as well, but I do think the lion's share of non-Iberian countries is Cuba. I think the least amount was probably like Haiti and the Philippines. Probably Haiti more so than the Philippines. Now, actually, so banning slavery will help us raise the standard of living, which will help us get this going. You know, we haven't actually looked at this yet, but we forgot all the plantations have these new production methods. Vacuum pans that, like, make life awful for people here. We have violent treatment. So less wages, less standard of living for slaves, minus 90% job attractiveness for laborers, and the mortality for laborers and slaves. Not allowed to have enacted any of these. Standard labor. You're not allowed to have enacted this. Yeah, so once we get rid of slave trade, you can go to standard labor. Ham plays Morocco. Morocco gets more flavor after Ham plays Romania. Romania gets more flavor. Yeah, that's true. The ham curse. Yeah, who do people want flavor for next? That I'll play as them, and then, you know, right after that stream ends or that series ends, we'll get a DLC for it. We need to Ham to play another country to easily predict which country gets a new DLC next time. It's so true. It's so true. That seems to be the way it goes. Oh, you know, I should also... I'm not keeping tabs on the new people they give us. So we lose legitimacy from that. Minus 10% attraction of interest groups in government. Ooh. Alright. This is starting to look a bit like Stellaris with all the different flavors you can, yeah, oppress people with the different treatment for plantations. Oh man, I haven't done a Stellaris run in a while. I gotta do Stellaris. I love that game. I always said I was gonna do a stream of it. I haven't gotten around to it. What are we at here? 135? Alright. I find it interesting I can't buy more here. So I guess... Yeah, I wonder what the deal with that is. So what has that done for us? Like, how many things are we looking at here? So we have 2 more here. Oh, interesting. Okay. So we can only nationalize, I guess, to a certain level. Maybe, okay, because we have 4 levels, they now have 4 levels. And now that's the deal here. Yeah, we can get these trade centers. So it'll be interesting, after we take 2 levels of the trade center, we'll be even on this. I wonder if that will change it. How much does it cost to get a trade center? 50k. Okay, interesting. You aren't buying from Spain, you're buying from the private landowners. So is that what the deal is? Yeah, but that still factors into how much of our GDP, like, they own. So that's the thing. They can build more. So it doesn't look like we've actually... Like, we've made a dent on this. This is the biggest thing. Because this was up to like 1.8 at one point there. Now, something that would help us too, if we can get a university going. I think the next thing we'll do... We'll get a university going. And start trying to increase the fervor of our primary culture. Oh, and we're about to get a steel mill. By the way, you can make demands to Spain now. Ah, yes. Excellent call. Excellent call, my friend. Thank you. Alright, they're going to reject this. There we go. And let's request market control. Alright. Now we're going up. We get a lost setback. How are we going? How are we doing here? This isn't really moving anymore. When we ban slavery, actually, that'll start moving again. Can this stream be a bit longer? We kind of lost a bit of time with the scuff. Yeah, actually, I can go a little bit longer with this one. The schedule kind of permits it today. Oh, here we go. So 7. So they're going to take the capital. So they're going to take 7 battalions and 2 conscripts. That'll leave us 4 battalions. Let's build some here. And let's add... And let's do this before the universities. You try to promise freedom to slaves, yeah, exactly. That's why we got it. Ooh, yeah, liberty, desire. Oh. Oh, now it's a plus 0.3. Yeah, because now we're at hostile relations. But we're still actively damaging relations, right? No. Okay. Revolutionary sympathizers have begun to agitate for anti-government causes in the barracks in Cuba Occidental. Yeah, we can keep the armed forces happy. Yeah, we'll do that one. Ham clicks, I can go longer this time. Top option in the longer stream. Event, green numbers, extra loyal fans, IG appears, 15% and +2 approval, increased loyalists for one stream. There you go. Now, yeah, we should create like should get a grand strategy game where you're a streamer. And just for good measure, throw some element of the landowners in there that are constantly trying to ruin your stream. You do the barracks first. Yeah, oh, yeah, actually, it's going to take us 127 weeks. I think actually you make a good point there, John. Yeah. I didn't realize it's going to take us 127 weeks to do that. Oh, part of the other problem is that, you know... Oh, you know what we'll do? I'm going to take away your road maintenance and put it over here. And that'll give us a little bit extra. Can you reduce the battalion of your capital? No, you can't. Because of the active revolution. You can't reduce anything. That's what makes setting conscripts difficult, too, when you have an active revolution going. Like, we could add conscripts, but then we can't take them away. A grand strategy game for streaming would actually be good. You have to not only pick the right streams and equipment, yeah, but meet the right people and website algorithm management, yeah. Like, oh my god, I researched a new GPU. Or I could just I inherited money. I'm going to spend it on a new CPU. What a game. You should check the conditions to be able to promise freedom to the slaves in the Independence Journal entry. Well, for that, we need the clout of the landowners to get to 10%. Which we're not really going to be able to do at the moment. I suppose, yeah, the eventual, like, revolution... You know, this is a good point, though. If we don't ban slavery now, and we're able to promise freedom for the slaves during the revolution, we're able to make Afro-Caribino a primary culture. Let's think about this for a moment. Is it better to ban slavery through this? Because we can make them a primary culture of Cuba. But banning slavery will help make the landowners not powerful. And get rid of this journal entry. Oops. Oh, look at this. Now the global journal entry, we got Springtime of the Peoples. I don't know, I'm kind of stuck on that. I don't know. I mean, we already made these promises to get slavery banned. African dysphoria, Hispanophone. So we'll share a language trait with our primary culture. Like if we had cultural exclusion, they would be at 50 anyway, so they would still be pretty accepted. Nah, I think if we can ban slavery now, we go for it. Opportunistic members of the rural folk have defected to the landowners' cause. You traitors. The streamer simulators so far barely scratch the surface of what what being a streamer or content creation is in general. Yeah, we can do it. We can do it better, stronger, faster. Ah, we got stock exchange spreading. Very nice. Hey, I'm banning slavery. Sounds not worth it, guys. Yeah. Don't clip that. It would be better to make Afro-Caribbean a primary. Yeah. That would be. But that's a pretty long way away from now. Hey, Wanaminter. Hello, hello. Well, just finished my philosophy test. That did not go well. Time to forget everything by playing Iberian Twilight. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, I'm glad you're here. Philosophy test be damned. That's what my students are going to be saying next week when I give them their theater final exam. Well, that happened. Time to play some video games. The tooling workshops in Cuba Occidental have seen an increase in workplace injuries due to increased mechanization and poor safety regulations. Well, we definitely don't want to lose manufacturing industry's throughput. We're currently getting Liberty Desire from selling tools to the Spanish market. And the trade unions are marginalized right now. Rural folk, you know what? I'm being oppressed. Shakes hands with the landowners. Too many cases. Yeah, right? That's like people going against their own self-interest. Welcome to the United States. Defenders of continued slavery have published a wave of diatribes, treatises, and sensationalized fictional narratives, all to support their cause. The quantity, if not the quality, of these works has shaken public confidence in abolitionism. Yeah, we'll take this. Oh, you know, I just realized something. When I restarted the stream, I bet you now... Yeah, hold on, I don't have the game set on YouTube or anything like that. Oh my god, it is so hot, or so cold in this room I'm in right now that it's hard for my fingers to type. Oh my god. If you can't get slavery banned, you should get legacy slavery instead. Yeah, this is true. This is true. But why is selling slaves not economically feasible? Does the invisible hand of the free market not demand such a valuable commodity? Yeah. Yeesh. Yeesh. For a party named Democrat, they surely lost slaves in 1800. Yep. This is how it was in the United States in the 1800s. If you can't get slavery, yeah, you should get legacy slavery. Your students will be like me. Damn it. Why is he quizzing us on insert niche figure? They aren't even relevant grumbles. Yeah. I mean, on Monday, I'm giving them a full-on final exam review. Or I basically give them the questions of the exam just reworded and be like, these aren't the questions of the exam. These are just the topics. Like, nobody should be failing my final exam. Discontent with the post-Napoleonic reactionary order has exploded into a tidal wave of radical sentiment across Europe. Liberal revolutionaries hoist tricolor flags and cry out for liberty, equality, and fraternity. Yeah, see, so this is like the new global journal entry thing. So we see the journal entry, but these are the countries involved in it, so it doesn't apply to us. Ah, yes, the USA route. Let the middle ground dilemma keep going until it literally explodes some decades later. Yeah, just keep kicking that can down the road. I'm sure nothing bad will come of it. I still don't understand why the Jim Crow law not be punished since it contradicts the Constitution. Yeah, I don't understand that either. I don't understand that either. There should have been punishments. Oh, hey, Jabba. Hello, hello. How are you, my friend? Good to see you, as always. All right. God, I really need to get gloves. It's so cold in here. So I have to keep the heater off in this room, because one of the things that went wrong right before I started the stream was I turned the heater on, and it turns out the radiator in this room is busted, and it was like shooting out like water from the steam and everything. So I just have to be freezing in here. Let's see here. We're at 51. Now, yeah, our liberty desire is going up, but the amount it's going up keeps going down. Alright, so let's stop with this. And now we can counter... No. Oh, wait. We can't... Why can't we... We can't decrease relations? How's the rebellion? It's not a nice edge, to be honest with you. But what rebellion isn't? Check some alternate maps. Some do in forms for history and for being called alternate. They're sure cliches that keeps repeating over and over. Germany is always an empire, for example, never a republic. Oh, interesting. That's interesting. Also, I just fought someone from Malaysia for pointing their double standard on claiming culture and food. Man, people really get mad when they get called out for their double standard and their wrongdoing. Wait, I understand. What do you mean? Should get an arms factory. Yeah, I know. I've been thinking about that. Problem is we have so much other stuff to do. Maybe after these universities we can start doing that. Like the Springtime of the People's event encourages you, it would unironically be more original. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I guess so, yeah. Springtime of the People's was mainly a European thing. So I guess it makes sense that it doesn't really have any bearing on us. Though, I get the want for a global journal entry, which is cool. But I feel like if you're not involved in it, maybe it shouldn't, like, pop up for you. Alright, let's take more of these trade centers. Is there anything else of Spain's we can nationalize? think that's it. Nitroglycerin. Alright, excellent. Slavery was a flashpoint because it was fundamental to the aristocratic order. Serfs and slaves are mandatory to that, which doesn't really exist in a plutocratic power structure. Yeah. Plus, I think at least in the United States, it was giving such short-term gains to the landowning class, despite the fact that the whole thing was like bound to collapse at some point. Ooh, yeah, you know, I forgot. We had made a promise to go for dedicated police force. I should have gone for dedicated police force. It would have helped us out a lot with this. I should have done that first. That was a stupid move. For context, there's a tweet on X about Singapore using Malaysian food for the tourism and claim that food as theirs. Oh, and the Malaysian people are angry about that. Oh, interesting. Yikes. Yikes. I think the springtime event only shows for you because you are subject to Spain. That makes a lot of sense. That's probably that's probably what it is then. So yeah, I bet these global journal entries will only show if it applies to you, but we're a subject. Yeah. Lawmakers working toward the enactment of slavery ban have found themselves mired in a particularly complex set of bureaucratic proceedings, grinding the work towards reform to a near halt. I'll take that. Alright, so they're still far away from going to a revolt. So I point out they shouldn't be angry about that since they're always claiming Indonesian food and culture as Malay, which I said, thief pointing at thief, ironic. And considering this is on X, a battle ensued. It's always how any post on X ends. And a battle ensued. Captain General Luis Perez, noting severe unrest in Cuba Occidental, has proposed using the army to suppress agitation in the area. While his political allies support him, there is a heavy risk to following his plan. Well, the armed forces are happy. We could try doing this. We didn't get it. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say, we are going for a Cuba-specific achievement here. So there's a new one. It's one of the easy ones. Sugar Rush. As Cuba have a 25% share of global sugar exports and a total export volume of over 2,000 units. So yeah, we'll go off. We got a new easy achievement. I didn't realize. I only had read it in the dev diary, and they don't tell you where in the list it's going to be. So, just finding out now, this is one of the easy ones. Oh hey, Travis. Hello, hello. Was anything essential to gameplay added with this DLC, like it was in Charters of Commerce? I wouldn't say essential to gameplay, but very impactful to gameplay. So part of the free DLC is amendments. So you can see we have, in order to get homesteading, we had to make a deal with the armed forces, and they wanted this amendment added to the homesteading law. So on top of the effects homesteading has, we get these modifiers. So there's that, and then the ability to negotiate with interest groups to... Oh, wait, hold on. What am I talking about? I'm not answering your question. Was anything essential to gameplay added with the DLC. I'm talking about the free update. My apologies. So one thing that was added to the DLC is the ability to coup the government, which we haven't explored yet. But there's a completely new coup system. And so if you have a general who's part of an interest group, that interest group can possibly create a coup against the government. And then there's a whole bunch of mechanics associated with that. Now, considering the DLC just came out today, and this is my first run with it, I haven't been able to explore the coup mechanic yet. But that's part of the DLC. But other than that, everything else I think is narrative content. Oh, Esteemwell, hey, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Welcome in. Welcome. Luis Perez mistook an enemy in the petite bourgeoisie. After accusing them with false charges, moderates in the petite bourgeoisie defected to the landowner's cause. Alright, this is not good. This is not going well for... Oh, hey! Beardmead, hello, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Good to have you. Hello. Yes, we will take this one. So the Malaysian Twitter user just got angry because I said that. Oh, no. The power of the aristocracy was not really money, but the means to go to war. Food, cheap labor, unskilled majority population, leverage, etc. Yeah, this is true. Irony, oh, irony. You should extend the commitment to the common people. Yeah. Now what happens with this, though? -2, so they'll get -2 approval for 5 years. Well, we have a year left. Let's wait till we get a little bit closer to the deadline. Because standard of living will go up considerably if we get slavery banned passed here. So we got a little bit more time. Bro, just fight the revolution. It's clear the landowners own the entire legal system. Yeah, this is true. Do you see my question? Oh, yeah, sorry, I was a little behind on chat there. That stuff seems pretty cool. It will be a while before I can get any DLC. I've been playing without any at all. Oh, okay. I think in terms of getting DLC, they announced that the expansion pass 2 is about to go off the market, but I think they also lowered the price on it. And so I think you get like Charters of Commerce, National Awakening, and Iberian Twilight with it. I think there was something like that. Urkag, hello. Hey there, how feels the patch? It's awesome. I'm loving it. I really love the new negotiating with interest groups here for law passing. This is going to be a lot of fun to do. And also the amendment system. We've already had one amendment attached to homesteading, so that's been pretty cool. Several prominent supporters of the abolitionist movement have approached the government with an ambitious petition to see through their agenda. The petition has been promoted as a necessary starting point amongst the movement's membership. Okay. So they'll get more pop attraction. That's good. Yeah, no. Permit debate. Yeah, we'll do that. No longer multicolor stands. Oh, wait. I think I missed the context of that. This DLC also added testing of guerrilla wars. Oh, yeah. Only for Spain now, but are absolutely essential for the whole game long term. Yeah, they keep saying, oh, we're just testing it now. This is only for this. I feel like, yeah, that's definitely going to get added to the game long term. I mean, the best mechanic is you can negotiate for political game negotiation is not the first thing they thought. I mean, the best mechanic is you can negotiate for a political game. Negotiation is not the first thing they thought. Oh. Wait, I don't think I understand what you mean there. Where are we on our Liberty Desire now? So we're up to 55. Going up. Playing as small countries against the great power is going to actually be viable if you can exploit guerrilla warfare. Yeah, instead of fighting them head-on. Line in Algeria or Central Asia. Welcome to a future Algeria run if we get guerrilla warfare mechanic. You need to extend the commitment to increase the standard of living. No, we got like a year on that, John. We got a year and 1 month, so we got some time on that. Hey, Slothboy, hello, hello. Yeah, it's been a while. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you back. Catching episode 1 here. How have you been? Paradox not adding negotiation to early mechanics is very weird for a game that depends on law and political ecosystem. Yeah, I mean, this is true. But there's, you know, there's so much to add to the game. I could see how that got bumped down the list a little bit. Like the trade system getting updated. But, I mean, you're right. It is kind of weird that there's never a negotiation system. It's been good watching the world go into right-wing nonsense. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, but oh man, the world is so crazy. That's why we play Industrial Revolution simulators. Paradox is the same company that makes Coronations, a whole DLC for a medieval game. It's strange like that. When you put it that way. When you put it that way. Have you tried the new DLC for Frostpunk 2? I have. I got to load it up for the first time yesterday. We're actually going to be streaming some Frostpunk 2 tomorrow night to try out the new DLC. The return of Friday Night Frostpunk, which was like one of the original streams I did on the channel. It's awesome. It's very good. I love it. I feel like the game runs a little bit better too. A little more smoothly. Oof, we got a stall. Poop on that. Alright, so they're staying steady at 87% there, which isn't bad. I mean, I need 6 to 7 times before this patch to end slavery as the Dutch East Indies, even with 2 abolitionist agitators. Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of which, I wonder, can we fit anybody else in the government here and negotiate with them? So we've already negotiated the Catholic Church, so it would be the rural folk or the petite bourgeoisie. So we're getting 4% added for the intelligentsia. Oh, there we go. If we could get the rural folk in there and negotiate with them, we could get a net gain of 6%. Look at that. Okay, so we're going to lose 4%. But let's see if we can negotiate now. Oh, wait. Why did that bring our success chance to 0? Oh, we've lost 25%. This gets us 24. Oh, so we needed... Yeah. So let's negotiate with the rural folk here. Whispering through a haze of cigar smoke in Thomas Trujillo, oh my god, I'm so bad. Private dining hall, the rural folk discuss what compromises they might accept for changing their stance on slavery banned. Vow to pass closed borders. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Lowering taxes. We commit To leave taxes at low or very low for 4 years. We actually might be able to do that right now. Yeah, we can actually do that right now. We can put them to low. Because we can't buy any more buildings, and we have a surplus, so we'll do that. All right, so we're at an 11% success chance. Let's... Oh, we're already at low. So there you go. So 48 months remaining. Okay. So that's good. All right, we're at the hour mark right now. So we're going to take a quick 90-second break so that we don't have to play through ads. And we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. I realize we've been playing long enough now that it's midday. Get a midday high noon going. That's how you do. Let's see, where are we? Where are we? Cam doesn't touch Britain even with a pole in this game, but loves Frostpunk, the game set almost entirely in Britain. Yeah, Britain on the brink of collapse. I can do that one. But this one, yeah. Although there are some achievements with Britain, I eventually need to load up a UK run in this. EU5 did a good job of showing how the aristocratic order really is. Food as currency is a very fascinating way to explain how their system works. Oh, that's a good way to word it. Food as currency. I think that puts it into perspective a little bit. This thing's so bogus that it's put me on the edge. Wait, what do you mean? What thing? I think players are too hardwired to go the legal route to get through the law enactment and playing by the country rules. They fear revolutions. Yeah, and revolutions too much, even if it gets things done. Yeah, the thing to remember with revolutions are that we're at 87%, but it's not until your activism reaches 100 that they're going to go to war. So we're staying steady at 87. Now, the thing that'll make this go up is that it's causing there to be more radicals in the country. So this is what'll go up. But as it stands right now, we can be at 87%. It's not going to go higher. Have you listened to the demo music for Frostpunk 2 on the official 11-bit Discord or on the Oh, re-upload on YouTube. No, I haven't yet. I mean, I played the DLC yesterday, so I heard some of the music, but no. I gotta check that out, because they have some excellent music in that game. Frostpunk is just a London simulator in December. Oh, it's such a great game, though. Remember, meanwhile, in Vicky 2, you wanted Revolts and Revolution because nothing gets done otherwise. So one of these days, I gotta just buy Vicky 2 and try it out. Because I never played it. I'd love to see what the previous one was like. And I'm not ashamed that making Panopticon to finish the generator. Oh. Yeah, this is true. The more ham, the better, says chat. The Sam schedule gets broken. Appeasing the insatiable fans. Yeah, I don't mind that. Hey, Extreme AXD, hello. How's the update so far? It's awesome. I am loving it. It is a lot of fun. I'm loving the difficulty with Cuba here. I'm excited to, later on offline, start trying out the Carlist Wars. The new law negotiation mechanics are fun. And we haven't even gotten to voting laws yet. So we haven't even been able to try tampering with elections yet, which is another big one. So we'll see. Hey Tanya, hello. Yeah, how's the update so far? Yeah, just like I said, yeah, it's good. I like it. The new mechanics are great. The people at Victoria 3 have been creating bangers all year. It's been really cool. Yeah, the demo music sounds so like Frostpunk 1 in the style of Frostpunk 2. Oh my god. Now I really gotta try that. Rum ham. Yeah. Yeah. I'm having a ham noon right now. If I ever get sponsored, it'll be by Ham Noon, Black Cherry. Hey, it's not evil if you enslave convicts, and freedom is irrelevant. Yeah. With tomorrow being the end of the world and eternal winter. That is the one thing in Frostpunk and Frostpunk 2 I always find kind of funny. It's like, people are like, I refuse to work on the generator. And it's like, yeah, okay, then we're all gonna unalive. Like, what are you talking about? It's not like here in Victoria 3 where people are like, I don't want to work because I'm not gonna give you money. In Frostpunk, it's kind of like, you know, all right, you know what's gonna happen if you stop working. And being so excited to tamper with some democratic elections like a good oligarch. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to pass an election law in Cuba here just so I can mess with it. What's your thoughts on the 2 new maps in Frostpunk 2? They're great. I was trying out a run yesterday with the smaller map. And it's really cool. I like it a lot. I haven't tried the larger one yet. Just the smaller one. But the new smaller one... it's a really cool like map to try to figure out because you have such a small area, but you have these like mountains in the middle of everything. So your building layout has a different like dynamic to it. Still trying to decide which one we're going to do on the stream tomorrow though, which map. I got to try out the larger map today, see which one might be better. Yeah, next year will be the Navy update. Exactly. I can't wait to see what that's going to be. I feel like the Navy update is going to come with like a UK flavor pack, right? But I wonder if it's going to be like what this year's updates were. We started with Charters of Commerce, which is a major mechanic update, and then later on we got 2 flavor packs. So I wonder if we're just going to get a Navy update. And then the first flavor pack will be like a UK update. Another layer of the artistic order. Population growth that exceeds job growth adds to the poll tax peasantry. That's why it was so hard to depose aristocracy in larger countries. Yeah, that's a good point, right? Ah, man, we got a lost stall. Damn. Carrot Mister, hello, how are you? God, how many tabs do you have? What? What are you talking about? What does that mean? Tabs? Like browser tabs? Or, oh, do you mean like journal entries? Yeah, we got quite a bit going here. Become a neat. Ooh, look at this, an Irish uprising. I've never seen that one before. Yeah, legislative failures. All right, look at us. So now we're up to 32%, since we got the rural folk in here now. But we only got one more setback to go. Sometimes I question my morality after playing Frostpunk in RimWorld. I mean, it's evil if you die eventually. Frostpunk will definitely do that to you. I still kind of think about some decisions I make in Frostpunk and the results of them. Life is about the journey and the actions throughout it, not the destination, I would say. And yes, you evil. Small size is Jagged Bay, and mid-size one is Forsaken Valley. Yeah, so I tried out Jagged Bay. Haven't tried Forsaken Valley. I'm going to do that later today, or maybe tomorrow. Yeah, probably tomorrow, since I'm streaming it tomorrow. Today I want to try the Carlist Wars a little bit after stream. Also, Polish developer have something with making very depressing game. Yeah, with very morality theme. Like, there is no happiness for Poland people. I've thought of that because, yeah, the people who make Frostpunk 2 also make this War of Mine. Like, those are like two of the most depressing games, but very good games. All right, so we got, we got our steel mill. So we're going to go to steel tools here because we are we're getting Liberty Desire by being the like seller of tools in the Spanish market here. So we'll do that. A disgruntled consortium of industrialists unhappy with the government are demanding compensation. If we refuse, they threaten to throw in their lot with the revolution. Well, yeah, I mean, be happy. I don't mind you being happy. Finally, the UK will not send the entirety of India conscripted to fight. Yeah, a small skirmish in Dubai. If that actually happens, the entire the empire would end in 5 seconds. This is so true. Yeah, I think it's inevitable that we get a UK flavor pack with a Navy update. Plus, it makes a lot of sense how the aristocracy came about. If the global economy collapsed right now, what system makes the most sense to use immediately? Basically the same situation as when Rome fell as an empire. Oh, that's a good point. I never thought about that. Yeah, if the whole system collapsed today, what comes after it? Organizers affiliated with the abolitionist movement have embarked on a focused campaign to inspire support for legacy slavery in Cuba Central. Oh, come on, you guys. But we do want pop attraction to the abolitionist movement. That's giving us success chance. Okay, so we have a new general. So who's our guy now? Moderate. So let's pause here for a second. So there's something we can do here. We have a lot of Liberty Desire. We can request a new Captain General and be able to manipulate a little bit as to who is leading our country. Problem is, we're going to lose 0.10 Liberty Desire for a period of time. And Forsaken Valley is a bit difficult as a lot of holes, cliffs. Yeah, no infinite materials and a lot of disease. Yeah, that one is tough. Let's take a look, though, at the mechanic here. So what can we do? Yeah, I think it's over here. Request a governor. So for 5 years, we're going to lose 0.10 Liberty Desire. We're at 61. No, we're not going to lose that. We're not going to do that. We need to get to 75. If we can get if we can get to 75, we'll lose this journal entry. And yeah, and we'll be able to go to war. Let's take a look at this real quick. Change. Oh. Okay. I did not realize this. Change player's actively controlled country from Cuba to the United States of America. Oh, so the US will annex Cuba. So we're not doing that. Oh, good lord. That puts things into a different light here. Yeah, we're not making this a USA stream. Well, poops. Okay, let's start hurting relations with the United States. That puts things into a different light. I wish we could get... Whoa! What is this? The Magna Manchurian Radical Revolt. That's a new name. I feel like I haven't seen that name before. Who might... Okay, maybe Prussia? Prussia's stronger than Spain, and they're protective. So let's look to them. How can... Yeah, nobody wants to support our independence here. Wait, what do you mean they're cautious? I thought it just said... They're not cautious. It's a bug! Oh, wait, minus 500. Oh, because the Russian attitude towards Spain is cautious. Okay. You know what? Let's, France has a rivalry with Spain. Let's actually look to France. We'll try to do that. Hey, William! Hello, hello! How about not joining the USA but conquering it? I like that idea much more. Let's make some American, or make some Cuban America. We can do it. Oh, the revolution is up to 89 now. See, it would have been much better if we did the police law before we did this. Time traveler moves a chair. The timeline. Magna Manchurian communal revolt in Scotland, yeah. Yikes. Whoops. Who would win in a fight? A protein... a diesel punk Warhammer faction, or an ice blood right shirtless fascist. See, I don't know. I feel like the ice bloods are all talk and no game. Like they're wrestling a bear or a polar bear. I bet that polar bear is already hurt. I feel like in a fight they're gonna crumble. So I'll go with the protein. And lost old. We are having trouble here. Oh, landowners. Oh my god, what is happening? Oh, Jesus. Now I clicked on it. Yeah. 61.4. Yeah. See, it would have been a little bit better if we had dedicated police force here. The British Radical Revolt now leads the British Empire. Huh. Did he smash his head into the cell wall? Oh. Oh, John. You were right. Commitment to the Catholic Church failed. John told me a million times, extend it, extend it. And I said, oh, we have a year left. And I forgot to extend it. Oh, John was right. John was right. My apologies. I can't believe I did that. Well, Catholic Church's going to be unhappy with us now. Did he smash his head into the cell wall? Was he tortured to death? The official story that the landowners affiliated revolutionary died from cholera convinces only the gullible and the willfully blind. Only one thing is for certain. His supporters are livid, and they are out for blood. Yeah, we'll take this one. All right. I gotta change headphones here. Headphones are dead. Get these connected. All right, good. There we go. Right? Yeah. British Radical Revolt is not something I expected. Yeah, this is true. Oh, hey, Reverse Hamcuts. How are you? How are you? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, you can build more construction sectors. So we had some construction sectors at one point. The problem is, with one of the new mechanics now, so Spain gave us investment rights in their country. And we started building, our private sector was building in Spain. If we get to 5% or more of their GDP, it'll work even more towards this. Although now, you know, okay, so before our Liberty Desire was around here, but now we're at 61. We might be able to afford owning more Spanish GDP because our Liberty Desire is much higher. Though we run a risk. Ham, I need some investment advice. Oh no. I'm thinking about buying this DLC. It looks really good. I'd put the payment off until next month. Okay. So what's the advice you need? Should you do that? I'm a bad judge of that. Because my advice would be, yeah, get the DLC. Saturday I will attend book club with lots of ladies in it. Use what book I need to bring. It's my book, either Depressed or Warhammer 4K. Bring what you love. Let them know who you are. Watch out, Ham being just about to get rid of slavery, then he suddenly gets annexed by Spain as he forgets the journal entry. Yeah. Seriously. Or a book about diplomacy like Henry Kissinger. I'd say bring whatever you actually are interested in. Don't be afraid to be you. Alright, so the revolution's at 99%, but it's going down because their activism is only 89%. So we're okay there. I actually think we can afford construction sectors now because our liberty desires are much higher. Oops. Apologies for the map here. Okay. So we'll do that. Then we'll get these motor industries and these railways going. Everyone is gangsta until their credit card turns over. This is true. This is true, right? Well, what could I say? What could I say? I guess when it comes to Victoria 3 DLCs, you could always hold off because you do get free mechanics with the 1.12 update. But so far, this has been a fun one. 0 months. Wait, 0 months remaining. Why aren't we? Taxes remain at blank for as long as good. So this should be completed. Not quite sure what the problem there is. We do need to increase... Oh no, we need to get to right of assembly. Hey, Angel ID, hello, hello, or no. Angie. Oh, Angie, hello, hello, how are you? With the new update and Spain being dethroned as the starter nation, where do you think a new player should start? This is a good question. To be honest with you, I've never been a fan of a new player starting with one of the great powers. I feel like you have a larger economy, and so when you do things, you can't quite see the effects of them. So I still think starter countries are like Sweden, right? Belgium is always a good one. But I'm telling you, I still think a country like Congo is a good starter country. Although now, you know, it's 2 states instead of the 1 state. But yeah, you start in Congo with just a millet farm. So you really are building an economy from the ground up. You're safe militarily. No one is coming for you at this game start. So you can really see how I build this building, it interacts with my economy this way. I feel like it's much better. I do not think, though, in general, any great power is a good starting country. So I think it's still Sweden, maybe... Nothing that has a DLC attached to it. Japan is a good one. Persia is actually decent. I guess you do have the great game going for you. You might get attacked and stuff. Yeah, I'd say Sweden, Netherlands, Belgium, or... What was the other one? Oh, and Congo. Those are my picks. How's South Africa doing? Nothing's really changed over here yet. Pretty much stayed the same. Oh, wait. Well, we do have the emergence of Transvaal. You don't start the game with Transvaal anymore. So that's been the only change really over here. Oh, the sound is... I forgot. Yeah, these headphones. These headphones make the sound weird. How do I fix that? let me make sure. Let me check my settings real quick. I don't know why when I switch to these headphones. Actually, I wonder if. Here's what we can do. Let me disconnect these. All right. Let's see if that changed anything. Although, I'm not getting any sound now. Does the game sound better now, at least? This is the stream of a million technical problems. Okay, well at least it sounds better on your guys' end. I'm getting no sound from the game now. Oh wait, I wonder... Well, we'll just do with this for now. My headphones didn't die on me here. You remember watching the first part of your Congo playthrough? Oh yeah, yeah. See, I still stand by my Congo. Ase is a good start. Oh, from scratch. Yeah, that's true. That's a good one too. If only Congo had Ham as an advisor, we would all be speaking Congolese and wanting to go to the jungle mega city. Exactly. You know it. I think it would be awesome to have a Pride celebration in Seattle during FIFA World Cup. Oh, yeah. There probably will be. All right. Why can I not get sound? You know, they had him in EU5 timeline is over. Regional the continent spanning Congolese empire he created. He just loves Congo that much. Yeah. Congo is tough though in EU5. I've tried. I gotta figure it out a little bit more. That has something to do with this. Oh. Oh, there we go. Alright, I got some sound. There we go. I got some sound in my headphones. And is the sound okay on stream now still? I hope so. Alright. Alright, I feel like we got a bug here. Why is this? This should be done. We did this. Sound is still fine. All right, thank you, thank you. All right, good. I guess I just needed to turn the cord around for some reason. Now we do need to increase the military for this other promise. You know, the other thing to keep in mind for this journal entry, if we do ban slavery... Oh, they're giving us tech spread. This will start going towards independence. Troops in Cuba, Occidental, have reported more and more confrontations with belligerent mobs. Fighting will likely break out soon, even if nothing is ordered. There's only two ways to control the situation: either pull the troops back or tell them to engage. Increase state penalties from turmoil. We could always do, violent suppression, but that's giving us 2% mortality. It'd be better to just do this. Alright, let's do this. Ah, jeez. Well, it's gonna go back down. Are you kidding me? After a series of costly and embarrassing setbacks, the sitting Cuban government has decided to halt its pursuit of slavery banned. It'll be some time before political will exists to try again. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go for right of assembly. Oh, great. We're going to go for right of assembly so that we finish that promise. Then we're going to go for dedicated police force, because this will lower the activism of the pro-slavery movement. So, yeah. We're going to want to get the landowners... Yeah, we can't get them in. Nope. So we're going to keep the government like this. We're going to go for right of assembly. We're not going to negotiate this, though. Hey, Caleb, hello, hello. Wow, these past 10 years really flew by. So much has changed. It feels like just this morning it was 1838 years to another decade. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, we've gotten 10 years in episode 1. Wow. Time flies when you're slowly trying to get under the heel of Spain. Won't the police also love the activism of the anti-slavery movement too? Yeah. Oh, lower, I mean. Yeah. It will lower it. Yeah, that's why we want to go to dedicated police force. Oh, wait. Oh, lower the activism of the anti-slavery movement. Well, it will a little bit, but the other thing is it's gonna lower the activism of the pro-slavery movement more because they're neutral on this as opposed to what we have right now. So they'll get more their activism will be lowered more than that of the abolitionist movement. Hey, Plasticomon, hello. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Good to have you. How are you? Ooh, what is this? The reformist landowners have failed to convince their Spanish counterparts or the Cuban populace that a union with Spain will be feasible. Oh, nice. The nation now firmly seeks more autonomy. How did we finish that journal entry? Oh. Our liberty desire just bumped up. That's what happened. Okay, good. So we finished that journal entry. So we could get this. Maximum trade advantage from capacity. Plus 100 political movement pop attraction to the slave revolt. That's going to increase success chance on that. I think we take this. Now it's time for Afro-Caribbean slaves to rise up. Because we already have a lot of liberty desire, which means we can now select a new general to lead us. Landowners' approval. Yeah, fine. Yeah, no, we're going to take this. And now... Ooh, yeah, no. It's bad you can force a revolution to happen like you could E4. Yeah, can't. Yeah. It's also pretty silly that all the momentum of the anti-slavery revolt gets erased if the law change fails. Yeah, okay, guys, we tried. Let's go home. Yeah, seriously. That does suck, actually. So let's request a governor. Deeming Captain General Comamala's handling of Cuban affairs inadequate, the political establishment of Havana has requested that Spain appoint a new governor more aligned with its objectives. Yeah, no, we don't want a landowner. Tell me we're only going to get landowners. So we can get an industrialist here, a Republican. Petite bourgeoisie or armed forces. Petite bourgeoisie traditionalist. Yeah, I think we'll go with the industrialist guy. Remember to promise help to the slaves when the landowners get low power. Yeah. Well, no, what we need the intelligentsia to get to 10% political clout. So that's what we need in order to add the slavery revolt to the revolution. Look, the invisible power not wanting to free our slaves. Okay, people, let's go home. It's all over already. Exactly. Yeah, I think that a certain percentage of those involved in the revolt should become radicals. Yeah, I agree. And help you on the next enactment. Do we want the industrialist to lead us or the petite bourgeoisie? Problem is the petite bourgeoisie guy is going to be a traditionalist as opposed to someone who's going to be a Republican. So I think we'll go with this guy. And also, the more the industrialists are empowered, usually the less the landowners are. Oh, nice. So we have a motor industry now. Let's lower the amount of workers needed for this stuff. Yeah. Well, now we don't really care about the the foreign investment rights as much. You get landowner, traditionalist, landowner. Guys, I think we're being oppressed. Yeah, seriously. Guys, I think they're rigging the system against us. So true. Do we need to pick the noble or the soon-to-be fascist to lead Cuba in power? Yeah. Seriously. Pick your poison right there. This really annoys me. What happens if we... Yeah, commitment failed. I mean, what the what? That is not fair. That got bugged. It wasn't our fault. Now the rural folk are all mad. It's a bug. Everybody always says something is a bug when it doesn't work in their favor, but I do think that was actually a bug. You didn't check the armed forces ideology. Oh, well, sure, it was not great. No, it was a Republican, but so which isn't so bad. But I'd rather have the industrialists in there than an armed forces guy if they have the same ideology. All right, good. If this can get through quickly. Oh, the abolitionist movement is not agitating now. Now the commoner is angry because the taxes goes to normal. Yeah. Even though I've had it low for a long time. All right. What could help us now? What we need next is weapons industry. So next we're going to put a tooling workshop here. Two iron mines. An arms industry. And an artillery foundry. I find it funny that the intelligentsia side with slavery, talking about people who seek enlightenment, I'm thinking they're very backwards on slavery. I know, and unfortunately that's kind of historical right there. It has been revealed that Osvaldo de Merino of the Catholic Church has been having a secret affair with a member of the clergy. His resignation is being demanded. So this guy's a theocrat. I mean, we're probably going to get a theocrat next. Or no, we'll have him lose popularity. Although we might need the Catholic Church interest group to be kind of liked. Especially for slavery. Let's force him to step down. So a traditionalist. Yeah. Alright, we'll see what that does. We have a new leader of the intelligentsia. We can grant this guy leadership. So he will... And our current guy... He's given some political strength to them. So the rural folk will lose a little bit of... Yeah, see, I don't know if we can afford to lose the current guy. Got the feeling most of your country IG leader choices would love to be fascist if they get the chance ultra cursed run. Yeah, until we get independence, I feel like. Until we can get independence, I think. Fascism is the logical conclusion of aristocrats and capitalists joining up. Yeah. War and money, total domination of the people, the war machine, etc. Yeah. There was an interesting thing posted to the Victoria 3 Reddit. Somebody made like a diagram of like industrialists and landowners. Like if you like industrialists but you don't like or no, it's like if you like landowners but don't like industrialists, feudalism. If you like landowners and you like industrialists, capitalism, right? I forget what it was. I gotta look it up again. But it was really funny and very apropos and true. Wait, how can someone have an illicit affair with clergy? Well, I think he had an affair with somebody who's not part of the church. I think that's what it was. A lengthy speech by Edmund de Chasselet took a wild turn after consuming a tainted drink. With his incapacitation, the government has lost one of its most officious advocates for right of assembly. Let's try not to use any type of homophobic slurs. If we can. Would be funny to have a theocrat run where you mix theocracy with progressive laws like multiculturalism and modern economics. I think the only group like that is the Silk Faith from Punjab. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that would be an interesting run. It'd be interesting to see how you could hold the interest groups together like that. I swear this game hates you. Every single one you get is the worst of it. I know, right? Seriously. It's an uphill battle. That's what you get with the small countries, though. It's always an uphill battle. Yeah, it's like if the... Oh, wait. Oh, man, Cuba is rich. Yeah, this is true, right? We are holding on to quite a bit of money. I mean, really, we can afford more construction sectors, to be honest. Oh, and well, because we're not on iron frame buildings. I forgot. I forgot to change the production method. That's why. I was like, wait, yeah, why do we have so much money? That's why. Yeah, it's like if the investor gets everything they want, the political power of the nobility and wealth of the capitalist. Yeah. Irresistible temptation for those. Yeah, exactly. A landowner is time traveling to make sure you can never escape slavery. This is the only logical explanation of this RNG. Seriously. Seriously. I think once we get dedicated police force, though, it'll be a little bit better. I'd like to start bolstering the abolitionist movement, but we don't have... Alright, I think we're just going to have to sacrifice some social mobility. Ah, oh, jeez, I'm so stupid. Poop on me, man. Poop on me. Okay. There we go. John, did you fail the increase the standard of living journal entry? I gave a good dedication to you, my friend, when I failed that one. Because yes, I forgot to go back to it. I'm sorry. You reminded me so many times. I was like, we got a year for that. We'll be fine. Apologies. I should have listened to you. I did give you a very good dedication, though, when I failed it and said I should have listened to John when he said it. But yes, we did fail that one. I should have known better than to make that promise to begin with. There was no way I was going to be able to raise my standard of living that much. That was a bad move on my part to make that promise. To outside observers, the intelligentsia may appear firmly committed to the idea of right of assembly, but behind this facade of unity, discord has long festered. Now a clique of dissenters have finally had enough and have officially broken with their fellow members over the issue of reform. We don't have any setbacks yet. We'll get +5 if we take this. I think we'll take this. Ah, yes, the slaver movement boosting the abolitionist movement. This is like if the Confederacy was promoting abolitionist literature in the middle of the war. I wonder how hard it's going to be when this is gone. Yeah, I agree too. I wonder. It will be interesting. All right, we can actually go to medium taxes now, since now we're kind of paying for construction and stuff. All right. Oh, it would be nice, actually, if they built us more coal mines. Reminding their allies of their commitments has increased the law enactment success chance. Oh. That's interesting. So we got +5%. Because of that. Will you go for legacy slavery next? No, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go for dedicated police force. Dedicated police force will... No, not this. Will make the pro-slavery movement a little less upset. So when we were looking at their activism, they were getting 10%. Oh, we can see it here. 10% from no police. So if we go to... Oh, man. Okay, hold on. Yeah, now I got to rethink this. I thought they were neutral on dedicated police force. They are not. What we can do, possibly, is go to local police force. No, see, okay, the problem, though, is we didn't fail the law because the pro-slavery movement went to war. That's not the problem. We need to make the landowners happy. What can we pass? Wait, they like compulsory primary school. That's right, because their guy is a reformer. Well, let's do that. So we can possibly... Yeah, I think what we'll do is... We'll go to compulsory primary school. This guy's only 51. He's not going to unalive anytime soon. It'll make them happy, and we want that law anyway. they'll be happy, and then we'll go for slavery banned, and it'll give us a little bit better of a chance. That's what I mean. Changing the police law only benefits the landowners right now. Yeah. Yeah, for some reason I was thinking dedicated police force, the pro-slavery movement was neutral on that. So yeah, we're not going to go for that next. But because their leader's a reformer, going for compulsory primary school might be a win-win for us. You better use that reformer landowner now before he gets deposed. Yeah, exactly. Alright. Alright, I think we're at a decent stopping point here. We went a little bit longer than we normally go. Considering the stream had to be cut into 2 parts. Because unfortunately we lost connection for a little bit there. But I think we're at a good stopping point for now. But we're going to be continuing this run tonight for the second session. So that'll start at 8:30 tonight. So that's in about a little less than 6 hours from now. So hopefully I'll see everybody then. Yeah, Jabba, yep, have a good one to you as well. Hopefully I'll see you tonight if I can. Thanks a lot for the longer stream. Looking forward to the next part today. Yes, definitely. This has been a fun stream so far, so we're going to see what we can do. So we'll be back on tonight around 8:30 my time, and a little under 6 hours from now for your time. But that'll be it for now. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. And as always, be awesome. I'll see you next time.